Well, hi everyone, my name is Andrea Quiroz, and today I'm going to give a presentation about a topic that has given a lot to talk about in the fields of literature and also cinema, which is whether books are better than the movie adaptations or not. In my case, I think yes, I will support the statement that books are better than their movie adaptations, and I will do so by giving you 4 arguments, and at the same time that I will explain these arguments in this video which you are watching right now. I made a presentation which you can follow, and which you can follow at the same time that you can hear me and see me, okay? And well, before starting, I wanted to read the outline of this talk, in which you will see how the presentation is divided. So first, I will start by giving you a very brief introduction in which I will introduce the topic, and then I will give you the 4 arguments I told you about, and then which support my statement, and then I will conclude by giving you a brief conclusion. So, in order to introduce the topic, I wanted to first read a quote that I found very interesting and curious when I first read it, because it's a quote that everyone knows, but it's changed in order to apply it to this topic, to this very topic. Well, the quote is and says, never judge a book by its movie, instead of the real quote which says by its cover. And well, this quote made me think, and I thought that the movies are being undervaluated by people, and people tend to criticize the books by their movies, which means that the movies are thought to be worse. So, which is the statement that I'm trying to support. So I thought it was a interesting quote that it was very good to introduce the topic as well. And well, starting with the arguments, the first one is that books allow you to know the characters in a deeper way. So I think that when you read a book, it's very important to connect with the characters, with the main character, or it doesn't have to be the main one, but you are trying to connect with the characters and live what they are living. And in the movies, there are many things that are not there, that are not shown. And for instance, in the books, you can know what the characters are feeling or are thinking in every moment. And not only this, and I don't mean know the character in a physical way, because obviously there are books that the characters are described physically, but I mean it in a psychological way, a personal way. You get to connect with the character much better than with the movies, and for me it's a very important argument, because I love connecting with the characters and feeling as if I were living the story, or as if I were in the skin of the main character. Sorry for that. Well, the next argument that I would like to focus on is that by reading you can experience the whole story. However, in the movies there are many things that are skipped, and I'm not thinking about the character now, but the whole process of the story, the every happening that happens in the story. And well, in the books, obviously the story is always longer, because the book is longer and it takes more time to be read, which means that every movie is perfectly explained, so the reader can follow and the reader will not get lost, but in a movie, I think that you can get lost very easily, and it's harder to follow the story and to get actually to think about what it's going to happen, or how the story is gonna end, or whatever. So I think the books are more fun to be read, and are actually more enjoyable in terms of living the story. The next argument, we'll move on to the next one, and is that movies are shorter than the books. So reading is obviously a longer activity, as I said before, I think, and if you want to enjoy time, you are better off reading a book, because it's a longer activity, and well, this is a simple but very truthful argument. And yes, well, and also I think it's very important because you have more time to process all the details and the information, and you have time to think and be creative, so it's more fun for me, at least. And my last argument is that books can be read anywhere, and that is for me one of the most important arguments, because if you want to watch a movie, well, you obviously need a technological device which you may not have at the moment that you want to do it. So it's another point that supports the statement that the books are better than the movie adaptations. And yeah, these were my 4 arguments, and I hope I convinced you that books are better than the movie adaptations. And well, I also want to mention that I'm not trying to say that the movies are not good, and I suppose there are times in which you prefer reading a book and there are times in which you prefer watching a movie, but my advice would be that first you would read the book and then you would watch the movie adaptation, and maybe you can compare both, and you may like the book better than the movie, or you may like the movie better than the books. But in my personal opinion, I think the books will always be better because they are more extensive and they are more creative and they are more powerful, and they get you in a deeper way. So yes, thank you very much for watching this video. Bye.